I never thought I'd return to the old house. After Dad died, the place felt more like a haunted memory than a home. But here I am, standing in the driveway, keys jingling in my hand, staring up at the peeling paint and sagging roof of the place that raised me. "Are you sure you want to do this?" my sister Sarah asks, her voice soft but laced with concern. She's leaning against the car, arms crossed, watching me like I'm a child about to make a mistake. "I have to," I mutter. "It's the last thing I can do for him." We hadn't been back since the funeral a year ago. The house had sat abandoned, waiting like an old dog too tired to chase us anymore, and now we had no choice. It was time to sell it. Time to pack up Dad's things and move on. I walk up to the front door, the rusted key fitting awkwardly into the lock. It creaks open, and a stale, musty air greets us, mingling with the faintest scent of Dad's cologne, the one he wore every Sunday to church, even though he hadn't believed in God since Mom died. "Smells the same," Sarah whispers, following me inside. "Like him." I nod, the tightness in my chest making it hard to speak. I head straight to the living room, where his old leather armchair still sits. It's worn and cracked, but it's where he used to spend every evening with a glass of whiskey and his old records. It looks untouched, as if he might walk in any minute, sit down, and turn the dial on the radio. Sarah steps into the kitchen, opening cabinets, examining dishes we never used. "Remember when we used to sneak into the pantry and steal cookies before dinner?" I force a smile. "Yeah." Dad would pretend he didn't notice. The memories flood back, of laughter, of fights, of long nights spent in that kitchen while Dad tried to figure out how to be both our father and our mother. I think sometimes he failed, but now standing here I realize he tried. He tried so damn hard. "I don't know what to do with this," I say, my voice cracking. "How do you pack up someone's life?" Sarah looks at me with tear-filled eyes. "We don't. We can't." I sit down on the arm of Dad's chair, running my fingers over the worn leather. It feels like him, rough, sturdy, a bit broken, but still there, holding us together in some way. "We weren't ready for him to go," I whisper. "I thought we'd have more time." Sarah comes over, sits on the floor by my feet. She rests her head against my knee, just like she used to when we were kids. "No one's ever ready, Jamie, but we'll be okay. We have to be." The silence stretches between us, but it's not uncomfortable. It's filled with the memories of all we lost, but also of everything we still carry. I reach down and take her hand, squeezing it tightly. For the first time in a long time, I feel like maybe, just maybe, we can find a way forward. Not by forgetting, but by holding on to the pieces of Dad that still live in us. "We'll figure it out," I tell her, together. And in that moment, sitting in the old, crumbling house that raised us, I realize something important. Family isn't about where you live or who's gone. It's about who stays and who's still willing to hold your hand when everything else falls apart.